Okay, hello everyone. Today is our topic like magnetic field using Biot-Savart law. We have already covered Biot-Savart law in our last lecture, like the formula for Biot-Savart law, the vector form of Biot-Savart law, and even one very important derivation. Today there are two important derivations and some very important numerical. Okay, so please note down all this derivation, and also there are three very important numerical in this lecture that you have to solve and send it to me. Okay, so find magnetic field at a point P when charge reaches Q. Now if you'll see in this question, a charge Q is traveling from south to north direction with velocity V. You have to find out magnetic field at P when charge is at point Q. Now if you'll see, the charge Q is traveling with velocity V, and when it will be at point Q, then the angle between the length element, so small length element will be here, and R will be 90 degree. Now how to solve this question? This is a very important derivation also. So let's put the formula. dB is mu naught by 4 pi IDL sin theta by R square. Now mu naught by 4 pi is a constant, I is dq by dt, dl is dl, sin theta, theta is 90 degree, when charge is at q, theta is 90, and R square. Now this dl by dt can be separated, dq can be written like this, and sin 90 is 1. If you'll integrate both the sides, dl by dt is velocity of charge and only dq will be there, and integration of dq will be q. So magnetic field will be mu naught qv upon 4 pi r square. This is magnetic field when charge q is traveling with velocity v. Please remember this formula. This formula is very important, and also please remember how I have solved this question, because this thing is also very important. Okay. Now in this question, if you'll see, a charge q is revolving in a circle of radius r with velocity v. So the charge q is revolving with velocity v in this circle of radius r. You have to find out magnetic field at center using Biot-Savart law. Please think how you will solve this question, because the formula for dV is mu naught by 4 pi I dl sin theta by r square. But how will you find out all the parameters like I, dl, theta, r? All these are unknown, but you have to apply your mind to solve this question. Please, I'm requesting you to please solve as much as you can solve and send it to me. Then I'll help you out. Okay. There's one more question. There are two charges Q, each are moving with same velocity V as shown in figure. So two charges Q are moving with same velocity V as shown in figure. You have to find out magnetic field at origin. Okay, so this is your another assignment for today. You have to solve this question and send it to me. Now this is a very important derivation, magnetic field on axis of current carrying loop. So we have a current carrying loop which carries a current I, and radius of the loop is r, and I want to find magnetic field at this point at a distance x from the center of loop. So first what we'll do is we'll put all the parameters. So this is r, this is x, so hypo will be root r square plus x square, hypo is root r square plus x square. Okay, so if you'll join this point with this point, the length element will be outwards. So length element will be outwards, and the angle between length element dl and r will be 90 degree. Please remember this thing. This is a 3D figure. So angle between this length element and dl will be 90 degree. Okay. Now magnetic field, if you know the vector form, dB is dl cross r. So magnetic field will be perpendicular to length also. Magnetic field will be perpendicular to r also. So this is our r vector, the line joining the point and the length element. So magnetic field will be perpendicular. Magnetic field will be mu naught by 4 pi I dl sin 90, because angle between this r and l is 90 degree. So sin 90 is 1 divided by r square. R square is the distance between the point and the length element. If you square this thing, it will come out to be r square plus x square. Similarly, if I take a small length element here, then magnetic field at this point will be dV only, because all the parameters are same, but the direction will be like this. So we have two magnetic field, and suppose this angle is theta, this angle is theta. This is 90, this is 90. So this will be 90 minus theta, this will be 90 minus theta, this will be 90, so this will be theta. Because in the lower triangle, if you'll see 90, 90 minus theta and theta, and cos theta will be r upon root of r square plus x square. Please remember this diagram and then we'll simplify this. So we have two magnetic field, theta, value of both the magnetic field is same. So if I resolve this magnetic field, the horizontal component will be dB cos theta, vertical will be dB sin theta. Similarly for the lower magnetic field, dB sin theta, dB cos theta, both the dB sin theta will cancel out. So net magnetic field will be 2. This is the value of dB, this is cos theta. Now what we'll do is we'll integrate this equation. So integrating both the sides, and on the right hand side, if you remember, we have taken two length elements, one in upward side, one in downward side. So when I add magnetic field due to two length element, this is the resultant magnetic field. So I have already taken two length elements which are opposite to each other. So if I'll integrate for half the circle, like 0 to pi r, then I will complete the full circle. So you can understand this topic like this. I have taken one length element here, and by combining both, I have reached to this equation. So to reach to this equation, I have to take two length elements. So if I take this one, so this one is already covered. If I take this one, so this one is already covered. So if I come from this point to this point, all this will be already covered. So I have integrated from 0 to pi r only, because integration limits are to be put for length element. So all other things are constant. So for dl, the integration will be pi r, and then simplifying it, will get the value mu naught I r square upon 2 r square plus x square raised to power 3 by 2. And suppose if number of turns in the loop are n, then the formula will again reduce to mu naught ni r square upon 2 r square plus x square 3 by 2. And remember this thing, if the current is clockwise, then the magnetic field at center will be inwards. If the current is anti-clockwise, magnetic field at the center will be outwards. Please remember this derivation, and if you have any doubt, please send it to me, because this derivation is very, very, very important. Okay, now first assignment is, we have two current carrying loop, both carrying current in same direction, both have same radius r, number of turns 1, and the distance between their center is 2r. You have to find out magnetic field at this point in this case. Now in this question, everything is same except that the direction of current is reversed now. So in this case also you have to find magnetic field at this point. Please send it to me by solving it. In third case, you have to find out magnetic field at this point. Current here is I. Current in this loop is I, but this is in anti-clockwise direction, and this will be in clockwise direction. So you have to find out magnetic field at this point. Okay, so all this assignment you have to submit it by today only, and please note down all the derivations that I have covered in this lecture. If you have any doubt, please WhatsApp me.